What's up, everybody out there? How you doing? Thank you so much for clicking that thumbnail over here. Thank you. Welcome new viewers, returning viewers, and you subscribers. I'm sorry if my voice sounds a little rough. I'm still trying to get over this. I don't know if it's my sinuses, cold, bronchitis. I have no idea what it is. All right, I've been to the doctor and everything. Everything's cool, but still, I just telling you, that's what it is. Let's get right into it. You're in for a treat over here. At least I was in for a treat because we're talking about this young man right here. And I had no idea, I promise you, like I was totally in the dark. Oh, in the dark. Oh, I'm almost about to tell you who his mother is. So I was on social media, okay? But before that, I decided I wanted to do is I wanted to play a particular song. All right. I was like, I haven't heard that song in a while. I want to play it. Then what I said before I started playing it, I wonder what they're up to. I was like, oh, okay. So as I told you before, I don't do trash around here. What I mean, I'm not snooping. I like the artist enough to know just to talk about them from that point, and it's all right with me. You understand what I'm saying? So I was like, I haven't heard anything from these divas in a while. Like it's been a long time. So I was like, let me go and check and see if they have a social media page. On Facebook, typed in the first diva's name, and her name showed up. I clicked on the page. Of course, it was her. And I was like, oh, okay. Got off that page, just saw it was her. And I was like, oh, okay, she has a social media page. Then I clicked on another one of the divas page. I was like, I'm not quite sure if this is her or not, because it looked like it doesn't look like there's a picture of an older lady. It looked like it could be her mother or her grandmother. The picture was there. And I saw the first name and the last name, but then the name was hyphenated. Like I was like, well, I don't know if this is this diva or not. So of course I clicked on the page. The diva's picture shows up. So I was like, okay, well, maybe, she has a picture of her mother or grandmother up there. So there I am. It's definitely them. These divas. It's definitely them. And I just so happened to be, not a lot of pictures, just so happened to be, clicking through the pictures, and I see a picture that's posting like some streaming sales, from a song. Like, promoting the music, or rather posting about an accolade, the number of streams this song has had. I clicked on it. I was like, wow, I ain't never heard this song before. And I mean, as soon as I heard it, I liked it. I was like, oh, okay. Like, I don't like a lot of rap. I just don't. But the rap I do like, to give you some idea, I'm into my Salt and Pepper, LL Cool J, you know what I'm saying? Like, that kind of rapping, like Queen Latifah, Yo-Yo, that. So anywho, so I was like, oh, this guy is really good. So I get off. I'm not even thinking about my R&B divas anymore. I'm not thinking about these ladies. So I'm checking this guy out. I see that he's been featured with New Edition. I'm not making the connection right now. He's featured on one of New Edition songs. I'm listening to his other songs, and I'm like, you guys have to check this young man out. If I butcher your name, sir, I apologize, but I think his name is Looze Cannon, right? I'm saying that right, Looze Cannon. Because I typed in, and there seemed like there's another guy by the name of Looze Cannon, but he spells his with a Z. Anyway, so when I saw, the guy, I mean, I liked him. Good music. Then I stumbled across this particular interview. I'm saying to myself, I'm listening to it. And as I'm listening to him, talk, so on and so forth, I'm like, okay, this guy's a different dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, he is not your typical, rapper mentality. Like, I was like, okay, like, I think that's why I immediately just started liking him. Then the connections started to come up, and I was like, did he just say his mother's name is Peggy? And I'm looking like, whoa. His mother, you guys, is Peggy Body of the group Body. You know, y'all know how I feel about my R&B divas. You know, I done talked about Body over here. Yes, I have. Especially talking about my R&B girl groups. You know, when I was doing my segment on In Vogue. And I'm here to tell you, like, I was like totally like surprised to know that this guy's, his aunts and his mother is in this group. Like, those are his aunts, and Peggy over there, and I think Peggy's farthest from me is his mother. I was like, whoa, like, dude, do you know who your parents are? Do you know? Like, do you know who your mother is? Anyway, so I was just like floored. You have, I think I'm saying their names right. Is it Francine or Francina? I want to say it's Francine Body, right? Letitia Body and Peggy Body, right? The Body ladies, you know, like this is their second album off of MCA Records. And you remember when I said that he was on New Editions, featured on New Editions, one of New Edition's songs? MCA Records. You have Body. Body was on MCA Records back then with a New Edition. They were on the label together. And so I was like, okay, well, maybe that's the connection, you know, that they were all on the same label. Now, he did mention that his dad is also in the business, but he didn't say who his dad was. Now, that had me going like, well, who's your dad? You know? I really was like, I wanted to know, you know, who his dad was, but obviously his dad is in the business as well. He said his dad is managing him, but I just really and truly want to say from a standpoint where, as I told you guys, after 1997, I just literally stopped listening to music and I stopped buying music because I didn't like the direction that music was going, especially even when it came to artist development. So Peggy, you know, you and your I don't know. I think he said something about maybe he and his mom and dad are not together anymore. It doesn't matter. I'm talking about music over here. And I'm saying to myself, like, hey, you guys really have done a great job with Loose Cannon. I mean, I really liked how he was there answering questions. I liked his music. I liked his sound. You know, you guys go over there and check it out. I don't want to rehash everything that he said over there. But, you know, I like the fact that it sounds like, you know, Peggy has been a very supportive mother as far as helping him, you know, achieve, you know, well, I won't say achieve his dream. I won't say that, but she has been involved in helping him pursue things that he, you know, would like to pursue. And it seemed like he was able to convince his dad as well that, hey, you know, Dad, I want to do this as well. Can you help me out? And it sounded like his dad says, yes, I'll help you out. But you know, we got to do some things different than what everybody else is doing. I like it, sir. I promise you I do. Now, let's talk about Body, since we're talking about them. You know, I'm a fan of Angela Winbush over here. You already know that. So anytime I get to talk about her, I'm going to do it. And she produced 4 tracks off of their second album over there at MCA Records. I think it's the track Body, In the Morning, Footsteps in the Dark. Oh, gosh. Love Me Not. Well, the 4 songs that she produced off this album. Something Else. In the Morning, that song, which I really truly did like. I really liked it. Oh, gosh. I'm sorry, you guys. In the Morning, the song I like, but the Isley Brothers also covered that song on their 1992 Tracks of Life album. Hold on for a minute. I got to do this real quick. Yes, but the Isley Brothers covered that track on their 1992 album, In the Morning. Theirs is a tad bit different, though, than the Isley Brothers version. The Isley Brothers version sound more like Guys I Like. Their version don't sound quite like that. But now to think about it, they Body covered Footsteps in the Dark by the Isley Brothers, and then the Isley Brothers turns around and covers one of their songs off this album. I think it was a very great album. I do. I really hoped that they could have put out a third album. I think that they were definitely worthy of a third album. I think Politics Pablo of that MCA Records definitely had a lot to do with them because, of course, Luell, if I'm pronouncing his name correctly, Salas Jr. was leaving, and I think he was very much responsible for artists such as Body, and who else was over there? George Pettis. Oh gosh, who else was over there? Of course, Angela Winbush had a production deal. I guess New Edition. There was a lot of artists over there, and it seemed like to me that once Puffy came into the picture with, Bad Boy and so on and so forth, I think Luell Salas people like Bernadette Cooper and all of them, I think that they just got kind of pushed to the wayside, and they didn't get the attention that they probably deserved. But these ladies definitely did deserve to have another album, a third album with MCA Records, for sure. They didn't do much interviews. I can't find a lot of interviews with Body as well. You see video clips of them being interviewed by Don Cornelius. I don't recall seeing them a lot on BET as well back in the day. I don't. Do I remember Donnie Simpson or Sherry Carter? Because at that time, I think Donnie Simpson had Video Soul and Sherry Carter had Video LP. And you know what? I was definitely glued into, the television set. And I don't remember them except for maybe Soul Train. But anyway, it is what it is. Now, you know what? I would often look up this album. I think you can find this album on Amazon, but they asking for a nice penny for it, and I think they're doing the right thing by asking for a nice penny. I think it's like, maybe $50 or something like that. I mean, I would definitely get it. Sometimes I think about purchasing it, just because, but I don't think it's a CD. I think it's a cassette. I'm not sure, but anyway, great group. Great group. So anyway, that's them. Check out Body. Go check them out. As I said, you can look at videos for Footsteps in the Dark. And that was the only video, wasn't it? If they did a video for Touch Me Up, if they did a video for their single Body, I don't recall it. I think they do have a video out called In the Middle of the Night, and I think it was produced by Michael J. Powell. Mixed reviews. I've seen a lot of people say that they like Body's first album more than their second album. I like the second album better. The first album seemed like they was definitely trying to go more towards that pop appeal, and with their second album, it was straight up R&B, and I liked it a lot. Yes, definitely. I definitely play every song on the A side, definitely. Yeah. But anywho, good for them. And it also sounded like his mom, he said Peggy was, somewhere, around some record companies, as far as maybe, being employed by, a record company here or there. So I'm interested in knowing, what was she doing while she was over there. But anyway, on that note, thank you guys so much. for tuning in over here. You already know what I'm going to say if you ever get to the end of the video. And that is, don't forget to put your behind where your heart desires to be. Also, remember, whenever I leave my mother's presence, she always says to me, baby, remember, I love you, but God loves you best. And on that note, I'm looking forward to seeing you guys next video. And until then, you know what to do. You guys take care of yourselves out there and check out Body. Yeah, go listen to him. You won't be disappointed.